most touchdowns wins.
Very nicely summed up, Bob.
As a Canadian living among Americans, I could never really quite understand the excitement and fervor around American football. But if you throw in some orcs, some elves, I can see why it might be a little bit appealing. So Blood Bowl 2 definitely had my attention. Jose, what'd you think?
Well, I'm a huge fan of the good old American football, even some Canadian football when I get a chance to see it when I'm up there. So I was excited. I'm like, Blood Bowl 2, this has got to have some sort of mutant league style football to it, right? You see these orcs, there's giant guys, people smashing all over the place, bloodshed everywhere. How could you go wrong? You could go wrong by making this a turn-based tactical football game. What?
Well, to be fair, Blood Bowl is based off the tabletop game of the same name made by the Games Workshop people over in the UK.
And that makes sense.
That makes sense when you have the Warhammer universe on a table, and then you're taking turns because that's the only way you're going to play a tabletop game with lots and lots of dice.
Yeah.
Because you have to roll that dice.
You got to roll the dice. In this game, there's dice being rolled. You're not really doing it. It's all luck of the draw.
Well, Blood Bowl 2 is very random, so if you want a fair football game, with football, I just find that a lot of the times you're just lining up. And in this case, you line up once and you're just taking turns almost like chess. So you're strategically placing your guys into different locations. You're trying to prevent people from moving. But I guess the appeal is that everything is so random, like not just with the dice, but like a referee can come in and just take your guy out. And you're like, okay, At one point, my entire team was lying on their back.
Yeah, that will happen. You think you have a clear path, guys will trip you, knock you down, punch you in the face when you think you're making the right moves and you're clearly not. That's what happens in the year 2513. There's like a vampire, Jim and Bob, the announce team. They're just announcing you on the Cabal Vision and trying to at least describe some sort of activity that's happening on the field.
If you're really looking to play a realistic or somewhat fair game of football, or even a turn-based version of that, it's just not fair, and it's just all randomized anyway. The campaign mode walks you through the basics. It starts off really, really easy, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is great. And then it starts layering in more.
I can toss it to the guy next to me.
And again, font size. When it's designed for the PC, I can't read anything on the TV.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close.
The dice roll each time gets kind of a little bit frustrating because every time you do anything, there's a dice roll. It's like you catch the ball, fumble, and it's like it goes through three guys and they all just drop the ball. I'm like,
my big guy hit the small guy. Oh, he rolled his skull face.
And you're dead.
I'm smashed now.
And you only get 16 turns because that's just how long the game lasts. So there's a halftime at turn 8, and then that's it. So you want to score early, score once or twice, and you should be set.
Well, unfortunately, Blood Bowl 2, the highly anticipated sequel to Blood Bowl 1, did not give me that Mutant League football action that I was looking for, and that's why I can only give this game a 5 out of 10.
And I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.